Today, what we're going to talk about is Nijisanji, because Rosemi Lovelock is graduating. She was part of Obsidia. She's one. She's also almost like the sweetheart of all the talents in Nijisanji. She's beloved even by audiences that are not Nijisanji fan. And now her graduation has been causing a major fallout into the Niji EN community. The Nijisanji fans are discussing this graduation a lot. They're harassing each other, they're fighting, they're arguing. So, on August 12 at 11 p.m. at night, Nijisanji announced Rosemi's graduation. And at basically the same time, she also went live to announce it herself on her own channel. She said, I have something important to talk about, important announcement. It's got 1.2 million views, and this official announcement's got 4.2 million views. And it reads, thank you for your continuing support of Nijisanji and Nijisanji EN. We regret to inform you that the Nijisanji EN liver Rosemi Lovelock will graduate on 29th August 2025. Rosemi Lovelock debuted in July 2021 as part of Obsidia. It's been 4 years already. It didn't take long for Rosemi to establish herself as one of the most wholesome VTubers in the industry. Not only did she bring joy and laughter to her community through her online activities, but she also proved her skills and amazing fans on several live stages. We sincerely appreciate and thank Rosemi Lovelock for all of her contribution as a Nijisanji EN liver, and we wish her the best on her next journey. After August 29th, Rosemi Lovelock will cease all of her liver activity. For further details, please refer to the paragraph below. And basically, her social media accounts will remain open till her graduation date, but her YouTube content for the membership is going to stop on August 31st, so at the end of the month. And as per Rosemi's request, all content except for membership VODs will stay public. So her profile is going to stay, and they're accepting fan letters till September 30th. Somebody clipped out her reasons for graduating, so I think we can just look at that. It's like 8 minutes long.
I even started talking and I'm already crying. This is gonna be really bad. This is gonna be a hard one. I thought I got it all out today, honestly. I woke up and I was brushing my teeth, I started crying, and then I went on a walk and I started crying, and then I sat next to a pond and I started crying, and then I went to get coffee and I started crying. And I thought I got it all out of me, but I guess there's always more. Stupid body, I don't know. That's why you shouldn't water your plants. You're all here for a reason, and I have something I would like to discuss today. So, as you might have seen, I will be graduating from Nijisanji EN on August 29th GST. This may have been the hardest decision of my life, but it's been something that I have been thinking about for a while now, and for various obvious reasons, I will not be able to share entirely what made me arrive to this decision. But I would like you to know that there are very important reasons to me on why I came to this conclusion, and yeah, the most that I can share is that basically management and I had disagreements, especially on how, you know, I wanted to proceed and grow here. I know maybe a few of you might be unfamiliar with me, but I mentioned this close to when I debuted, that, you know, a lot of the reason why I started streaming was because, you know, I wanted to bring smiles and joy to people, especially those who have had, you know...
Yeah, the disagreement with management line, they learned from Hololive, you guys are saying. Yeah, Hololive uses it for Japanese corporations. Even though it sounds bad for us, this is like an acceptable PR statement in their eyes. That's why they all use it.
Sad or tough or, you know, bad days, or, you know, who are maybe had negative feelings about stuff going on in their lives, and I just feel like lately maybe that's not something that I can personally bring to people. I guess it's also been a bit rough for me. I feel like there was at a point maybe a while ago where I had also seriously considered ending streaming a while ago, and, you know, I decided to keep going, and I was actually really happy to... There was a lot of things I was able to experience because I did keep going. And maybe it changed my point of view a bit, but I guess, you know, there were certain ways I wanted to move forward from here on. And maybe it wasn't just something that aligned with management, and so I guess you can say I am done blooming here. But the reality
Well, at least it seems like she's not gonna quit streaming.
is, I really, really do wish that I, you know, could have stayed longer for you all. And, you know, I feel like if I had things my way, I would still be continuing here. Because I do still feel like there are many, many things that I would like to do and accomplish. And that I feel like there is a lot more that I wish that we could do together. So, I am obviously really, really sad about not being able to do that. But, I wanted you guys to know that, to all the rosebuds, that everything you make for me, every comment that you give me, you know, whether no matter what you create and no matter what you give to me, it's always meant more than life itself. And yeah, I guess this is something I would have loved to, you know, do forever, but I guess it's not how things are going to proceed, huh? It's been 4 years and some months since I debuted.
That's a really long time to be on the internet, not gonna lie. When she says she thought about quitting a while ago, I wonder if she's referring to Selengate, but wasn't confident she could make it on her own. I'm wondering that too, or if something else. It could be so many things, honestly. It could be just problems with management too. But they certainly all went through a difficult time during Selengate.
And I joined Nijisanji, I think. You know, even the branch had not existed, and I joined, and so, you know, to me this feels like a really weird decision, and it was not simple at all, and I feel like it, you know, tore at me a bit. But maybe as a viewer, to you, 4 years might not be that long, but to me it's felt like I've been here for so long, that I've been here for. I mean, I guess I have been here for everything that's happened up to this point. I will be sad that, you know, I won't get to see how things will go from here onwards. But in my time here, I've got to experience so many joyful moments and occasions, and I have no doubt that I will never forget them as long as I live. You know, I might be 90 years old if I make it that long, and I'll always remember it. So I don't think it's any exaggeration, but you know, standing on stage at Overture especially was, you know, a really, really big moment of my life. And other than wanting to, you know, be here for you guys, another one of my goals was I really wanted to, you know, perform on stage and, you know, see so many joyful and excited fans, and, you know, as I perform. And I feel like that's something that I will never forget. So thank you. But it's not only that, but also the small moments that I spent with you guys. You know, every single joke that we made together, everything that we created together, all of our laughs and our fun moments will live on forever whenever I think of them, and I hope that you do too also. It's will making you happy. Hey guys, how's still girls? I'm sorry I have so much snot. As a small extra little bit that I would like to share, I don't think I've ever mentioned this on stream, so it's something that I would like to share with you guys. 2 things that kind of influenced what I wanted to bring, and my reason for starting to stream was, at some point in my life, you know, I feel like things are pretty, you know, gray, and having came back from that, I felt like I didn't want anyone to ever go through, you know, tough times like that. So I kind of made it my mission that I wanted to make people happy in any way that I could, and to reach out to as many people as I could. So I wanted to just be, you know, a presence here for people, because why shouldn't things be, you know, pink and colorful instead? And second of all, you know, I feel like it's pretty straightforward, and I say that I feel like my experience here was definitely life-changing. Initially, I didn't really think that I would get in, but I remember when I got the first email back, I mean, and I had done the interview and stuff, I couldn't really believe it. And I remember taking a lot of walks around that time, and I remember like thinking to myself, you know, I was like, I was like praying. I was like, I hope, I hope that it ends up working out at that time. And I mean, even still now, I have a lot of senpais in JP that I look up to in the Japanese branch. And I really, really admired and looked up to their 3D content in particular. And so obviously I will, still keep on supporting my Oshis and those people that I look up to. But yeah, every night and morning I just remember, wishing that, and praying that I hope that I could make meaningful content like they did. So I was really happy when I had found out that I got in. And because of that, I was able to meet you guys. So in the end, I guess things ended up working out for me. I became a senpai myself.
Dude, when their voice break, it's so sad.
So I guess I did. Anyways, we have some time left together still. And I have some stuff left in store for you guys. So thank you so much for making my life special. And I hope I could have done even a little bit of what you did for me. So I don't often open up about my emotions. But if I'm not mistaken, I think love comes in many different ways. And those include, like adoration and cherishment. So I wanted to say thank you and that I love y'all. I miss having me here. I'm gonna miss being here.
Yeah, there's so many options for Rosemi to go to. I'm not too worried about her. I think she'll do great no matter what she picks. The Niji and fanbase are undergoing some drama over Rosemi's graduation. Some fans feel like Nijisanji has not done enough to help the female livers, while others are also putting the blame on others in the fanbase for caring only about male talents, harassing people outside the fanbase, harassing other fans, and deriding female livers. So this person is saying, I've been thinking this for so long, but I feel like now it's solidified. Nijisanji En is going to be a mostly, if not all, male company. I've tried to be as outspoken as I can about the treatment and neglect of women in this company, but one voice will never be enough. So many factors contributed, but I wholeheartedly believe that the exclusion of women by fans of male livers is one of the main contributing factors. Obviously, the balance is unequal between many factors, but you cannot deny the exclusion of women by fans. I've been thinking this for so long, but I feel like now it's solidified. Okay, this is the same tweet. I'm just ranting at this point, but I'm so incredibly sad that one of the only genuinely pro-LGBT and progressive companies, not only in VTubing but in general, is turning out this way. I wish we could have equal voices for all minorities, but not all wishes come true. As much as it sucks, no amount of supportive posts or shoutouts or anything for the women will cause the fans that believe you can't force us to watch all livers to at least give the woman a chance. What hurts most is most of this neglect comes from women. I mean, you can't force people to watch something they don't feel like it. I think Devin Nash made a post not long ago that I read, and he's pulled out some stats, and it was like most viewers watch predominantly a single streamer, just one streamer. And also, I don't know what they're talking about Nijisanji being one of the only pro-LGBT and progressive companies out there. I feel like there's plenty of those. But I digress. And if you don't agree with me, then don't even think about arguing with me right now, because you are the problem. If you disagree with anything I've said, then I and many others do not like you. Change yourself. Not only all of that, but one of the main reasons Nijisanji got as big as it did was due to their openness for cross-gender interactions. That was truly what made Nijisanji stand out from the crowd, and now we're going to completely in the opposite direction. Well, I think there is criticism towards Nijisanji not marketing their female livers well enough. I think that would be a valid criticism, but I don't think you can force their women demographic to watch the women livers when they're there to watch the male livers. You can't do that. You need to find the female livers their own demographic and their own audience. And there should be an audience for this. I mean, there's tons of successful female VTubers. This other person saying, at least we as Nijisanji EN fans can come to an agreement that this company generally sucks ass with their business practices with the members of the EN branch. Like, no argument there, right? True. My stance is essentially, 1, no corpo is perfect, they all have their flaws. 2, what the corpo does is not the VTubers' faults. And 3, it's possible to criticize a corpo without bashing the VTubers within it. Well, yeah. This meow meow person responding, I will defend the Niji livers with all my life from antis, but if people criticize the company itself without bringing the livers in it, I'm gonna look the other way. Support the livers, not the company is my motto since I mostly watch corpo VTubers. True, not wrong. I hate the idea of male company versus female company. It's why I haven't gotten to FSP. It's why I can't really get back into Hololive. Niji was supposedly the one company that seemed to have a decent balance of both, and they have excellent chemistry together. And then they added no hate or shade to FSP or even Holo. I want to see more of them, but the gender segregation is just not really a vibe I particularly enjoy. I mean, that's fair if that's not what they're into. The fact that me and other people were tagged for saying, hey, you should support the girls too, is buck fucking wild, because those same people will turn around and claim to have loved the people who are leaving. No shade, but why the fuck are the girls always fighting for scraps in this goddamn company? Why can't any color have these girls back, and why do they always have to fucking fight for themselves? Why can't you do your fucking job? What the fuck? And some fans are really upset. These girls have been through dirt. Please, please give them the support and love they deserve. The company needs to see the girls are loved in order for them to stop bullshitting around. And somebody responds, because they don't give a shit about them. They aren't making money, the fans aren't watching them, so Niji doesn't give two shit. I mean, that's pretty much it. There's some really big female Nijisanji livers on the Japanese side. I'm just wondering why we're not getting that success on the EN side. Well, I think we can sort of figure out why. It's because EGEN isn't really supporting them. A person named Ash QRT this post saying, I think the community has turned into the most egregious example of parasocialism I've ever seen. Oh, you just opened your eyes. Some of you guys need to take a step back and look into the mirror, because you've turned into exactly what antis tried to paint Niji fans as. Jumping people who make a small mistake that generally didn't harm anyone and apologize. Jumping people who try to point out your Oshi may have said or done something harmful. Get a grip. You're driving people out of this community and making it no longer safe for so many. It's dumb how many Niji fans are like, oh my god, why are people so mean to us? Just leave us alone. We just want to support our Oshis, but attack other fans who say anything that's slightly wrong or non-positive. It's sad how much this community devolves and proves to antis they were right. Here's May. Oh, she changed her profile picture. She doesn't rock Maria's profile picture anymore. Any color needs to step up their game and treat the female livers better and provide them with more. David responds to her saying they've been trying that for 2 years now, but it's not just the female streamers. The catastrophic Ike graduation was very shocking when Ike goes and decides to leave the scene altogether immediately after the notice. Ash tweeting more about the topic. Guys, stop infighting and support the livers. And what has shutting the fuck up gotten us, huh? You're only calling infighting because you want to be blind to the real fucking problem in your dogshit community. People have been leaving left and right because y'all can't stand to not be the worst people known to man for 5 seconds. You won't do what's needed to support the talent. You won't uplift the fans' voices. You won't show love to the talent when they leave. And y'all love to do is talk about the man, then harass anyone else out of the fan base until it's only fans of the guys left. I don't see dedicated fans of the girls anymore. That's how dire that shit is. Wait, that's sad. There's no more dedicated fans of the girls? You were shitting on Remu's fans not very long ago. Oh shit, called out. Like, you're right, but the self-centered hypocrisy is astounding. You don't get to complain about there not being dedicated fans of the girls when you've spent so much time trying to drive those people out. Oh shit! This person came in with a steel chair. Shots fired. Yo. This fandom really needs to know when to shut the fuck up, or how did y'all make her graduation about boys versus girls and infighting? Seriously, y'all do some shit like this every graduation. Just pack that shit in and go support Rosemi before she leaves. No, seriously, I'm pissed off. If you weren't a fan of Rosemi, don't feel the need to put your 2 cents in. No one cares. Just RT stuff about her and move on with your day. Don't get me wrong, some of y'all have great points and are right about how the girls are treated compared to the men, especially in the fandom. But for the love of God, make this about Rosemi and only Rosemi. You're indirectly making it about the men just from bringing it up. Clarifying there is obvious issue revolving the misogyny towards the women and how a large part of fans make everything about the man and refuse to support the woman. This post is not safe for those people, but why am I seeing more people arguing on my TL than about my Oshi leaving? Seems there's a lot of fighting. Alright, May back with another tweet. I'm not discrediting our male livers, but the women in this company are so creative. I wish they get as much attention as the men because they truly do go above and beyond. It sucks that they can't get the growth path they want from management. As someone whose Kamiyoshi is VX, I just love and adore Niji woman do much. Like, not to be dramatic, but Magic Wand is one of the most creative people I had pleasure to watch. Millie. Oh yeah, because she's a witch. Alright, Jasmine. Infamous Niji Stan. My hottest take is that we should talk more about Rosemi and her creativity than whatever girls versus boys argument this has turned into overnight. Hey, I kind of agree with her. It's getting a lot on the timeline. Not saying the talk isn't important long term, I just rather talk up Rosemi instead. This talk is not gonna do anything for them. Nothing will change. Arguing about boys versus girls is not gonna change anything. No one will start watching a streamer like for pity, and the creators don't want that too. It's just not gonna. You don't get long-term fans like that. And Binted also commented on this. I feel like women in Niji have always struggled. They seem to come out with worse experiences. Hey, you don't say. You don't say. With Pester in the company? Yeah, for sure. A lot of fans treat even the women who were there first like side characters. Kind of true. And when they leave, there's a broader fandom that will rarely support them like they do ex-Holo girls. That will rarely support... they get a lot of support when they leave. I don't think there's a fix. The company doesn't really care. The ongoing Niji fandom is lopsided, even more towards the man than ever. That is kind of true. I mean, I think the success of the latest male gen kind of proves it, and isn't exactly open for feedback. Half the people who say they'll support them when they leave will be gone in 6 months. It sucks, but regardless, you should support them. More people discussing it. It's a different conversation why Niji females struggle a lot more in the EN sphere, but to say it is somehow male liver fans' fault is baffling. VTuber is a hobby with 2 females for 8 males gender ratio, and cis Niji fans are probably one of the most lenient group towards the members of the opposite gender. You can literally compare the overlap data in sites like VRabbi with any other companies. It is a fucking industry where being a male VTuber guarantees allergic reaction from a vast audience base. Like maybe EN VTubing somehow managed to be even more loser male dominated than JP. So a co-ed Hago does not run as smooth as its Japanese counterpart. There's a lot of weird words being used in that tweet. Your Niji male liver Aster, our literal sex pest who harassed his own coworker Twisty and other sister. We know you are R-worded, but holy shit, Lamau. I'm guessing this one's not a Niji fan. All of these support Niji girls tweets are kind of insane to me, not gonna lie. I've been out of Niji N for a very long time while I was there before Luxiem and after they debuted. Anyway, of course, there was an influx of new fans who only paid attention to the boys. But I don't know, it's still crazy that these are the tweets coming out when you guys have always put those girls on the back burner since then. They were the backbone, man. Torshik tweeting, I keep seeing discords and blaming game about who's not supporting which gender liver. Can we stop? Our community is already this small and we can all admit that the livers who took massive damage after last year are the girls. So if you want to blame someone for the lack of support for the girls, blame the fans who left. It's true that the girls took the most damage from Silengate. Like compared to the guys, even the ones that were in the black screen call, like Vox, they didn't lose that much. It was really Illyra who lost the most. Yeah, and yes, Vox deserved it far more than Illyra. You see that the new boys have a much larger support. It still doesn't compare to what the girls had 3 years ago. It's not only Niji fans who watch the boys, there's also Holostars and FSB fans too. I think from our side we did our best to support everyone in the branch, boys and girls. You just have to convince others to see how amazing the girls can be too. And it's not by guilt tripping or insulting the new fans of the new wave. True. And if you want to support the girls, you just gotta, you gotta do fan arts, you gotta clip them, talk about them on Twitter. You need to genuinely enjoy their content and not just, performatively go on Twitter and be like, yo, you guys should support the girls. Are you really supporting them too? Oh my god, I remember that. You're so right, Yunnan. I completely forgot about that. Rosemi got so screwed by the black screen thing because she was doing her 500k sub celebration. And then she lost like a lot of subs. But she got it back, no? I feel like we celebrated her getting it back. Oh my god, wait, no, she never got it back. What the fuck? She never hit her 500k. Seriously? Whoa. Damn, that is sad. You know what's the kicker? The fact that Nijisanji is so unclear with us. We can't ever know what we as fans can do to enhance our support for the current members. Some of the people that have been here since the beginning of the EN branch. Are they only prioritizing JP? The answer to that is yes. I'd rather they just tell us the truth than us second guessing if anything we as fans or the livers are doing isn't enough. I'm sure they're prioritizing the GP side. Almost no talent has graduated from that side. It seems like an agency standard. Every branch has these kinds of issues. It's probably views and how much they get from merch and me and grade and all that. I'm still confused that some of the livers' goals are that they shoot them down. What image does any color try to uphold? They're not great at encouraging the goals. Hey, you! Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that bell button. And I'll see you in the next video.